Welcome back. Our next guest took lemons and made lemonade when doors started opening after, let's just call it a very public breakup on the hit reality show Vanderpump Rules. She became a New York Times bestselling author, placed third on Dancing with the Stars, and she landed the lead role as Roxy Hart in the Broadway musical Chicago.
Talk about superwoman. I love to say that, and she's absolutely crushing it. She marked her Broadway debut with record ticket sales for the long-running musical, all while Vanderpump Rules was hitting record-breaking numbers for its premiere. And she's here to tell us all about it. Please help us welcome Ariana Madix to the house. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about it. Where were you when you got the role, when you found out you were getting the role of Roxy, and what was opening night like?
Oh my gosh. Well, when I found out I was getting the role, there was an initial call where there was like some interest, right? And that was when I just fully broke down in tears, crying. Couldn't even believe there was interest, because this has been something I've wanted to do my whole life. Wow. And so then when I had to do a singing audition, I had to do a dance audition, I had to do an acting audition. And so when I found out I got it, then that's when like it really, really started to set in. And opening night was crazy. It was so much fun. I was terrified, but you know, it felt like a rock concert. Like everyone was just having a blast. It was amazing.
And you mentioned this was something that you wanted to do your entire life. You studied musical theater in school.
Yes, yeah. I've done theater all through growing up, and I was a theater major in college, so I have a degree in theater. And it's what I initially wanted to do out of college was, you know, I moved here, was a struggling, starving artist in New York, and I actually started bartending as my survival job. And bartending is obviously what led me to Vanderpump Rules, which is now we're just at this huge full circle moment for me, and it's wild.
Let's talk about Vanderpump Rules. You had the very public breakup. Everyone knew about it. Everyone was talking about it. The new season has premiered. Was it hard to go back and shoot for this season?
Yeah, it was very difficult. You know, it happened, the new season started filming like very, very soon after we filmed the reunion. There's not a lot of time, there's not a lot of space there. There was not a lot of life lived in between the reunion and filming this new season. So when cameras went back up, I mean, to me right now, looking at it, it feels like a time capsule. You know, it's this time capsule of this very like initial phase of me uprooting and healing and just going through like every stage of emotions. And so, you know, just like your last guest was talking about being vulnerable, it was difficult, and I knew it was going to be a really tough summer, but I felt like I owe it to these amazing people who watch our show and who supported me to just put it out there, be raw, be vulnerable, and let them see me at this phase. And hopefully one day, gladly now, I'm in a better phase. And so, you know, you're really seeing that whole journey.
Well, and so I'm a big fan, but also I covered the reunion for Good Morning America. That reunion was a lot.
Yes, it was.
For people who don't know. I mean, there was a lot of tension, a lot of things still going on. So how do you deal with all of that? Everywhere you go, everyone knows everything.
Well, they don't, actually. There's a lot that they'll never know. And there's some things that, yeah, they definitely, you know, they feel like they do know everything. And to be fair, they do know a lot, but there's a lot they'll never know. And I think one thing that, even with that reunion, you know, the reunion airs, I don't even remember when it aired, like in the summer sometime. But it was shot 2 to 3 weeks after everything blew up. And so things air so much longer after, and you know, you do get people who are saying like, well, why haven't you done this and that and the other thing? And like, well, it's February. This was June.
So do you feel like going through something that's so common, right?
Yeah.
But in front of literally the whole country helped or hurt, or both?
Maybe both. It definitely is common. You know, I'm not special, sadly, that, you know, I'm not the first, and I certainly won't be the last. But I think that there is a certain community or camaraderie found when things are public like that, because you meet people who have stories that are similar, and then you connect with those people, and you know, oftentimes someone might come to me and say, I felt like I wasn't alone because of what you were talking about, what you went through, but you know, I feel like I'm not alone because of what they're saying. So it's really this kind of camaraderie that comes from sharing these things, as hard as it can be.
And you do realize you've helped a lot of people. I mean, you're in a happier place. So what's your best advice to someone who's going through something right now? A breakup that's not so public.
Sure. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's friends, family, therapist, whatever it is. Don't think that you have to shoulder everything on your own. I'm one of those people who's always like, I can do it myself. But it was my friends that really got me to a place where I felt like, you know, good things were coming. And also, you know, just to stay true to you. Set boundaries that feel healthy for you and stick to them, and don't feel bad about that.
And you are thriving now. Can we just talk about that? Like, let's focus on that a little bit. I mean, to be in this place now after everything that you've been through, is there some extra joy that comes with that?
Yeah, you know, there is a bit of, it is a little bittersweet, you know, because I certainly didn't want or expect things to go the way they went. And, you know, I think about like my dad and my grandma, like not being able to see me on this stage that, you know, they came to all the school plays and stuff. But, you know, being able to share this with my mom and my brother, and just being able to know that when you're put through the fire, like, I think you realize sometimes that you can do hard things that you didn't think you could. And I think that that's a lesson I learned, because I think maybe I would have thought I could never, but I know that I can now.
It's like that saying, I've seen it on, you know, social media or some card, when you're going through hell, keep going.
Yes, I love that.
You'll come out the other side.
I love that.
True to that.
Well, we are all cheering for you.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
are.
So much for being here.
Thank you.
And tickets are on sale for her limited 8-week run. So if you want to see it, you have to get the tickets now, and you can tune into Vanderpump Rules Tuesday nights on Bravo.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.